Hey, what's up, y'all? This is DaveTV. You are watching us at the Warped Tour 2016 out of San Antonio. Second day of the tour, actually. Opened up yesterday in Dallas, and I'm excited to be here with the Interrupters. What's up, fellas?
Not much. The festival's back on after a little bit of a storm break. There was some talks of thunder and lightning happening, but it kind of just passed through, and pretty happy about that.
They must have listened to the weathermen here, because the weathermen here come on and it's like, death, destruction, hide your babies.
Oh yeah, it's your ratings.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, so yeah. But I'm glad you survived Warped Storm 2016, never forget.
Yeah. I think the rain was nice, but how hot was it yesterday?
It was in the almost 100, I think.
Yeah. In Dallas, yeah, and today having a couple raindrops, no problem at all.
Kind of refreshing.
Super refreshing.
It definitely took the sting out of that there, and it's still kind of humid, but man, that heat just went, all right, I'll go for a while. So yeah. How was your set today?
It was a lot of fun.
Really good.
It kind of started the raining while we were playing. So his side of the stage got pretty wet. Yeah. We had to kind of watch our step a little, but it was so fun. The crowd was super fun, and I mean, second day in, we're still working it out. You know, it's like everyone kind of works together on this tour. It's short sets, and you know, help the band before you get off, and then you get on, and the whole deal. So we're getting the hang of it.
Super smooth. Every year I see this thing, it's like clockwork, man. It's really good. Only Mother Nature comes in, might screw things up just a little bit, but otherwise, man, it's like clockwork. I'm really glad that they did take and start it in Texas this year instead of end it in Texas, because that's brutal to you guys to end it here. It's horrible. Well, you kick every town's ass between here and Texas, and then you end in August in Texas. It's like, no.
Yeah, you want us fresh.
So what kind of set are you out there playing? Unfortunately, I had to be in here doing this stuff. So what tunes are you blowing through in like half an hour, right? What kind of stuff?
Well, we have a new record that came out yesterday. Yeah. So trying to incorporate some of the new songs in, but still play the old ones. It's hard to pick. We've had a hard time actually coming up with 30 minutes for us is what, 9 or 10 songs?
It used to be 12.
It used to be 12. We used to play a lot faster. Now we're trying to kind of pump the brakes and do it like album tempo. But it's yeah, a mixture of old and new stuff. We did an Operation Ivy cover today because we had some extra time. Sorry you missed that.
Yeah.
It was fun.
My son, like I was talking to you guys earlier, was waiting before there was even a band on the stage. He's like, want to be front row for the Interrupters, man, you know, and he's got a band of his own. He's a big fan of Operation Ivy as well, so I'm sure he was stoked. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I'll thank you guys for him right away. So, as far as the future dates, are you guys trying to whittle out that set of material that works for everybody? I've talked to a couple people who are actually doing almost 100% different sets day to day.
Well, the thing is, if you're doing an 8-hour drive in between your shows, very little chance that a big group of the people from the day before are going to be there the day after. So we kind of like to find something that works really well and kind of just you know, try to deliver our best every day. And sometimes you change it up too much, you know, it can be a little looser, I've found.
So with you mentioned the record just coming out yesterday and everything, and I still say record because I want to.
We pressed vinyl.
That's awesome. The whole industry deal is so different anymore than it ever was, especially when we're all growing up and would go buy the record and whatnot, and they still sell. But there's like radio, for instance. It's at least here in Texas, I'll tell you, and I don't mean just Austin where I'm at. It's bought and paid for, you know, and it's not real. I hate to say that because I don't mean it. I don't want to say it's not real music. Of course it's real music, but it's not from the soul. How about I say that? Have you experienced that? What's the goal for the record? What are you doing?
Well, first of all, I think all music is at least from somebody's soul, to some extent. Yeah. For our record, we've actually been lucky. We got some radio love on satellite radio on Sirius XM. So there's a channel, Faction 41, that's been playing us, and super cool people run that channel. Been super supportive since we started the band, and
all of that is great. All of that is
the cool thing about the wave of the future of radio. And you know, there's internet radio, satellite radio. Yeah, it's.
What I guess what I should kind of delineate between the two is traditional radio on your antenna in the car. You know what I mean? Like when you're driving, FM radio. It's all classic rock or pop rock or whatever. And I love pop rock, don't get me wrong. I can't really stand classic rock anymore, but it put me where I'm at, so that's, you know, good.
Not so classic anymore.
It's far from classic. I think, yeah, classically plug my ears when I hear Zeppelin, unfortunately. So, so as far as the tour goes, once it's done, are you going to do a formal tour for the record after Warp to support it?
Yeah, we are. We're planning it out right now. We're going to do like a full United States kind of headline tour at some point. I can't say exactly when, you know. This is our big tour right now. So, I mean, we're fortunate to be on this tour. It's taken us pretty much to every major city in the United States. So we kind of have that covered. We're going to Europe after this. So that's kind of our, like, headline thing. And then, you know, we'll kind of come back home, regroup, and figure something out, you know. Maybe early next year or something, do another tour.
Right, that's great. Do you have a preference or any different way you approach your set to places like this where there's just a huge stage, the barrier, and like people as far as you can see, versus going to a club and people jumping on stage with you and, you know, getting in your business, you know?
I think, and I don't want to speak for the whole band, but I think we kind of do the same no matter where we are. If we're in like a little place that holds 40 people with the stage this high, or if we're like in an amphitheater, we kind of try to do the same thing. We more are geared towards the smaller shows just because that's where we come from, but we kind of try to turn the bigger ones into a smaller vibe. Just pretend you're in a club for like half an hour, you know? Yeah.
It absolutely works, you know.
Yeah,
your
totally.
people are there for you, so yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know how much luck plays into that. Y'all got it down, so yeah, no doubt. Last thing I want to ask, I've been asking folks if we, knowing the kind of music interrupters you make, like if we're like, okay, I know they like that kind of music, but we look at your record collection, your iPod, whatever. What's the most unique or odd or different thing that we'll find no one thought you would have?
Classical music. It's relaxing. It's good to drive to. Yeah.
Actually, we argue about music in our van so much that we got it whittled down to classical music and podcasts. It's pretty much the only, when we're touring, it's all we could listen to, you know?
I drive my kids crazy listening to people talk on the radio, so yeah, they ain't got that, I guess, yeah, it's a thing.
It makes the drive go by quicker. And like he said, the classical music it's nice to drive to, it's soothing. If someone cuts you off, you're not so quick to honk the horn, you know?
Awesome. Well, thank you for spending time on DaveTV, fellas. Appreciate it, absolutely, and looking forward to seeing you this time, hopefully sometime when you get back. So you're watching DaveTV. Stick around. It's Warped Tour 2016, y'all.